If you ask Gary, do you think that the Shroud of Turin is authentic, he'll say, I'm 80% sure it is.
I wanted to ask you about the Shroud of Turin.
Yes.
I know you've talked about it a little bit before, and I know you don't use it in your argument for the existence of Jesus, but I wanted to ask if you would consider using it in your argument for the resurrection. And the reason I ask that is because scientists believe that the image on the shroud came from ultraviolet radiation, and they estimate that it would have taken billions, if not trillions, of watts, which is more than what we can generate through modern technology. And I'm just wondering if you think that that requires a supernatural explanation.
It probably does, but it's not an argument that I think is necessary to make the case for the resurrection. So I don't add it because it's a bit controversial. Why add controversial arguments when you can use more mainstream arguments? But my friend Gary Habermas, who I said is the top guy in the world on the resurrection, in fact, his magnum opus he's writing right now, I just saw him a couple of weeks ago in New Orleans, is nearly 5,000 pages on the resurrection. He is a big student of the Shroud. In fact, the book that he wrote that has sold more than any other book, he wrote it 40 years ago, is called The Shroud. And he thinks, if you ask Gary, do you think that the Shroud of Turin is authentic, he'll say, I'm 80% sure it is. So I agree with Gary.